All right, guys, welcome back to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. I've got some major breaking news involving Rolex. You want to know what it is? You better hold tight. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. Today, I've got some crazy breaking news about Rolex. I'm on vacation right now. I wasn't even planning on doing a video. It's 10:40 on a Saturday night. I'm down in the workout room at the hotel, and I've got to bring this to you. And you're probably like, what is it? We know everything that's happened with Rolex. Well, you don't know this. You don't know about 3 new watches. And I mean 3 new that you've never heard of. 3 names you have never heard of that Rolex wants to take ownership of and start manufacturing these watches, hopefully, if no one challenges their trademark. Now, you know, when someone does file for a trademark, it could go years before they bring that product out. And sometimes they just may hold on to that trademark name and never use it. But in Rolex's case, we're going to hope that they're going to do that, because I got to tell you what these are. You're going to trip out on these 3 new names. First one, Coast Dweller. I'm not joking. I'm going to pop up the image of the application now and put it in this video. Coast Dweller. What could that be? You start thinking Sky Dweller. Okay, Sky Dweller, Coast Dweller. Is this going to be a dive watch that's going to have a rotating bezel that actually performs a function? What could that possibly be when you're going to call it a Coast Dweller? I mean, we can speculate all day on that. So, Coast Dweller next. Land Dweller. What is a land dweller? Again, I'm putting this up. You're going to see this application. Land dweller. So I start thinking land is going to be maybe car associated, chronograph associated. I mean, driving is what comes to my mind when I think of land dweller. Maybe you start throwing in GMT, but you pretty much, that's going to fall in line with something like a sky dweller. So they've got that covered when you talk about aviation. So land, I start thinking something car or driving oriented. So I don't know. We can really imagine what that might be. Next, this next one, you know, I've been racking my brain over the past 30 minutes that I've been thinking about these. OysterMatic. OysterMatic. Now, you normally would say, okay, the Oyster Perpetual, the OP, that's the Oyster case, perpetual automatic movement. When someone says something like OysterMatic, it seems like a predecessor to saying perpetual. Matic usually is what a lot of watch companies would put in association with an automatic movement, a turn-o-matic. They'd add that matic to imply that it's an automatic watch. So OysterMatic, is that going to replace the Oyster Perpetual? I mean, there's been a big resurgence in the Oyster Perpetual over the past 3 to 4 years. So could this be a reinvention of the OP? Is it going to be the OysterMatic? Is it something that's going to fill in the gap between the OP and the Datejust? I don't know. That's kind of where I'm leaning. I'm thinking it's going to be something that either will take the OP or step up from the OP and kind of fill in that gap, because I really don't know what else you could do with a name like OysterMatic. So let's go back over these again. Coast Dweller. Who knows what that is? Land Dweller. I don't know, man. Chronograph something. I don't know. So you got Coast Dweller, Land Dweller, and OysterMatic. So who knows what these are? This is huge news. I thought I'd come down and bring it to you right away. Sorry for the video quality. Shooting this on my phone. I don't have all my lights and my regular equipment, but I thought it was that important to get it out to you. I want your impressions below. What do you think that these could be when you say Land Dweller, Coast Dweller, and OysterMatic? I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts below on what they think Rolex is going to do with these names. Hey man, as always, I appreciate you tuning in to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews.